Lewis Hamilton has received a warning that he might lose the support of the Italian media after his first Formula One race for Ferrari this weekend. So far, he has been warmly welcomed, but if he does not perform well on the track, the media's opinion could change quickly.
Lewis Hamilton, Formula One world champion, champion of the world in 2014.
3 times world champion, Lewis.
4-time world champion. It's high fives. He's got 6 appeal in Austin and is a 7-time champion of the world.
When Hamilton arrived at Maranello to make his first official appearance as a Ferrari driver, he was greeted like a hero. Both fans and the Italian media showed great enthusiasm, celebrating his arrival with excitement. Thousands of supporters gathered just to catch a glimpse of him in his new Ferrari racing suit, standing next to the SF23 car. This warm reception highlighted the high expectations placed on him as he begins his journey with the iconic Italian team. However, this admiration could quickly turn into criticism if his performance does not meet the expectations of Ferrari's passionate supporters and the demanding Italian press.
I think over the past few years, I've heard Vine Ferrari? How do you say come to Ferrari?
Vieni in Ferrari.
Vieni in Ferrari. Yeah. So I heard that quite a lot. And so it'll be interesting to see how that is.
Hamilton will have a huge responsibility on his shoulders, as he is expected to bring Ferrari back to its championship-winning days. The team has not won a driver's title since 2007, when Kimi Räikkönen became the last Ferrari driver to claim the championship. Because of this long gap, fans and the team have high hopes that Hamilton's experience and talent will help them return to the top of Formula One. In spite of the pressure, the 40-year-old driver seems to be full of energy and excitement after joining Ferrari. His move to the team appears to have given him a fresh sense of motivation. After completing preseason testing, he shared that he felt more positive than ever before. In fact, he was so encouraged by his performance and mindset that he even suggested the possibility of continuing his racing career into his 50s. This statement shows his renewed passion for the sport and his determination to succeed with Ferrari. Everything seems to be in place for a dream ending to Lewis Hamilton's incredible career. He now has the chance to win a record-breaking 8th world championship while driving for Ferrari, the most famous team in Formula One history. If he succeeds, it would be the perfect way to close his legendary journey in the sport. Hamilton will be working under the leadership of Fred Vasseur, the team boss who played a key role in his early racing career during GP2, now known as Formula 2. This reunion makes the situation even more special and raises hopes that Hamilton can achieve something historic with Ferrari.
What's planned for his first day here in Maranello? It's such a special place.
But it's not because it's Lewis that we have to do differently. It means that he will come with his own experience, with the own background, and but we don't have to change the approach. It means that I'm sure that Lewis understands this perfectly.
However, not everyone is convinced that this fairy tale ending will come true. Former Formula One driver Ralf Schumacher has expressed doubts about Hamilton's ability to succeed at Ferrari. He believes that if Hamilton does not deliver strong results within the next 6 months, the Italian media, who are currently celebrating his arrival, will quickly turn against him. Ferrari fans and the press are known for their high expectations, and if Hamilton struggles to perform, the support he is receiving now could quickly turn into criticism. This means that the pressure on Hamilton is immense, and he will need to prove himself early in the season to keep the excitement alive. Ralf Schumacher has raised concerns about Lewis Hamilton's ability to succeed at Ferrari, especially given his age and the high-pressure environment of the team. Comparing Hamilton to the legendary Michael Schumacher, he pointed out key differences in their situations.
I have to say, I didn't like my teammates, never, except Jensen, I have to say. He was a relatively easy guy, but on the other hand, I was difficult for my teammates too, because I didn't want any conversation other than setup work we had to do with the engineers. So,
in contrast to Michael, Lewis is already in the autumn of his career, Schumacher said in an interview with Sport 1. Here, he is referring to the fact that Hamilton is now 40 years old, meaning he is in the later stages of his racing career. Unlike Michael Schumacher, who joined Ferrari at a much younger age and had time to build the team around him, Hamilton does not have that luxury. Schumacher further explained how age can impact performance, particularly in the high-intensity moments of a race weekend. As he said, "The ravages of time are not spared by him either. This is particularly evident in qualifying, when the film runs particularly quickly." By this, he means that as drivers get older, their reflexes and reactions naturally slow down, making it harder to perform at their peak, especially during qualifying. Qualifying sessions require absolute precision and split-second decision-making, and Schumacher believes that this is where Hamilton's age might start to show. He also emphasized how little time Hamilton will have to prove himself at Ferrari. The first 6 months will be crucial. The emotional Italian press will not give Lewis and Ferrari any more time. This highlights the intense scrutiny that comes with driving for Ferrari. Italian fans and media are known for their passion, but they are also highly demanding. If results do not come quickly, the support Hamilton currently enjoys could disappear. Finally, Schumacher warned about how quickly things could turn against Hamilton if he does not perform well. He said, if things don't go well by then, they will quickly give the thumbs down and the euphoria will turn into criticism. Here, he is suggesting that the same media and fans who are celebrating Hamilton's arrival now could soon turn against him if Ferrari does not achieve immediate success. The excitement and enthusiasm surrounding his move could be replaced by harsh criticism, adding even more pressure on the 7-time world champion. Overall, Schumacher's comments serve as a reminder of the challenges Hamilton will face at Ferrari. While he has the opportunity to achieve something historic, the expectations are extremely high, and he will need to deliver results quickly to maintain the support of the team and its passionate fan base. Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari is a major Formula One story, marking a new chapter in his legendary career. While fans and the Italian media have welcomed him warmly, expectations are sky high. However, history shows that support can quickly turn into criticism if he fails to deliver. Ferrari's passionate fans and demanding press won't hesitate to change their stance if he struggles on the track. Hamilton faces a huge challenge. Ferrari hasn't won a driver's title since 2007, and millions are counting on him. His experience makes him a strong contender, but doubts remain. Critics like Ralf Schumacher question whether, at 40, he can still perform at the highest level, especially in pressure-packed moments like qualifying. Ferrari's demanding environment means he must prove himself quickly. Hamilton's renewed motivation and his past success shows he thrives under pressure. His reunion with Fred Vasseur, a key figure from his early career, could also give him the stability needed to succeed at Ferrari. Can Hamilton win an 8th title with Ferrari? If he succeeds, he cements his legacy as the greatest in F1 history. But a slow start could shatter the fairy tale dream. The next 6 months will be crucial, with every race shaping his Ferrari journey. This is a high-stakes gamble for both Hamilton and Ferrari. The world is watching. Will he silence the doubters or struggle under pressure? One thing is certain, Formula One is in for a thrilling season.
Remember, I've obviously, I don't remember anything in it, apart from Bono saying,
Come on, go on.
hammer time. That's all I remember.
The next one.
I literally have 7 days to find find the word to have Riccardo say,
Martello, tempo del martello.
Tempo del martello.
Dobbiamo trovare...
Lewis Hamilton has finally made his move to Ferrari for the 2025 season. The 7-time world champion has left behind not just Mercedes, but also his iconic partnership with race engineer Pete Bono Bonington. This shift marks the end of an era and brings a question to everyone's mind. What happens to the famous hammer time call that defined Hamilton's aggressive driving moments for over a decade? Hamilton's transition to Ferrari has been nothing short of extraordinary. The British driver has thrown himself completely into the Ferrari culture, showing levels of dedication that have impressed even the most seasoned team members. His integration process offers fascinating insights into how a champion adapts to a new environment. Let's explore how Hamilton is adapting to life in red, what might replace his iconic hammer time phrase, and what this partnership could mean for Formula One in 2025. The phrase hammer time became synonymous with Lewis Hamilton's most aggressive driving moments at Mercedes. But how did it start? Hamilton explained to Autosport in 2022, there was a point where he was like, now is the time to push. And I got frustrated with him because I was like, dude, I'm already pushing, but I was like, if you're trying to signify now's the time to go all out, use everything you have, I said, just tell me it's hammer time. That was part of our growth. This simple phrase became a critical part of Hamilton's communication strategy with Bonington. When fans heard it's hammer time over the team radio, they knew Hamilton was about to push his car to the absolute limit. The phrase transcended its functional purpose and became part of Formula One folklore. For 12 years, this catchphrase was more than just a signal. It represented the perfect synergy between driver and engineer. Their relationship evolved into one of the most successful partnerships in F1 history, collecting multiple championships together. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in 2024 marked Hamilton's final race with Mercedes. It was also the last time fans would hear Bonington's iconic hammer time call directed at Hamilton. I noticed that today, Hamilton told media, including PlanetF1.com, after the Yas Marina race. When he told me, I was like, I can't even remember the last time he told me hammer time. The moment was bittersweet for Hamilton, who reflected on his journey with Bonington. What a roller coaster ride I've had with Bono. He's been one of my closest friends for many years. It's something I didn't expect to have because he worked with Michael Schumacher. He's worked with great drivers, and for the longest time, he stood by me. For an engineer to stick by someone, as frustrating and painful as it can sometimes be, he stood by me every single day, without fail. Meanwhile, Bonington isn't leaving Mercedes. He's already working with teenage prodigy Kimi Antonelli, while Hamilton adjusts to life with his new race engineer, Riccardo Adami. Previously, Adami worked with Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz at Ferrari, bringing valuable experience to this new partnership. The question on everyone's mind, will Hamilton keep his iconic phrase at Ferrari? When asked by Sky Sports during preseason testing, Hamilton admitted, I haven't spoken to my engineer about that. I don't know how it would sound with an Italian accent, so I'll have to find an Italian word probably. We'll probably find something new. During a Ferrari event in Milan, the topic of Hamilton's signature phrase came up again. In a candid moment captured on video, Hamilton reflected, I don't remember anything apart from Bono saying. His new teammate, Charles Leclerc, playfully prompted him, come on, go on. Hamilton then continued, hammer time. I literally have 7 days to find the word to have Riccardo say. This is where Leclerc, who speaks fluent Italian, offered a potential solution. He suggested tempo di martello as the Italian equivalent of hammer time. The three-word Italian phrase seemed like a logical replacement. However, Hamilton later ruled out this suggestion, stating that tempo di martello just wouldn't sound right with the dynamic he's trying to build with his new engineer. This decision highlights Hamilton's attention to detail. He recognizes that the relationship with his race engineer needs authentic communication that feels natural to both parties. Simply translating his old phrase wouldn't capture the unique chemistry he's building with Adami. Hamilton's approach to joining Ferrari has been remarkable in its thoroughness. He's not just changing teams, he's fully immersing himself in Ferrari culture. During preseason, Hamilton took extraordinary steps to integrate with his new team. He parked his motorhome outside the farmhouse that once served as Enzo Ferrari's office in Maranello. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture, it was practical, allowing him to eliminate travel time and maximize his interactions with the team. Hamilton's dedication went further. He walked through the entire Maranello facility, personally meeting all 1,500 staff members. He even invited engineers to his temporary home for dinner, building personal connections beyond the workplace. Hamilton explained, I want people to know that I'm willing to go above and beyond to be able to blend in and to contribute to my fullest potential. His commitment sends a clear message. This isn't just another job for him, it's a mission. The British driver is also tackling the language barrier head-on. Hamilton delivered a short speech to his new team members in Maranello, and he's actively learning Italian technical terminology to improve communication with his garage. Hamilton explained, I'm in the learning phase of understanding the rear suspension, the front suspension, all the different settings they have for those, and the terminology they use for them. My engineer and I are also learning how we like to work in terms of communication. After every session, every time I go out, basically we're making adjustments to the information I give him and vice versa. Hamilton's study regimen is intense. I've got it all on my computer and I'm studying it each day and night to make sure I understand when they're talking about the different components. Rather than seeing these challenges as obstacles, Hamilton embraces them. It's a part of the learning process, and that's what makes it exciting. Because it's all new, I'm loving that newness. For Hamilton, joining Ferrari fulfills a childhood dream. As a young boy, he played video games as Michael Schumacher, imagining himself in the iconic red car. Now that dream has become reality. The emotional impact of this transition is evident in Hamilton's descriptions. He recalls catching his first glimpse of himself in the Ferrari race suit in a bathroom mirror and stopping to take in its significance. The night before his first test run in a Ferrari at Fiorano, he barely slept from excitement. Hamilton sees something special in the Ferrari organization. He said, "Everyone here dreams of winning with Ferrari, every single person. The energy that I'm receiving from the team, there's magic here." His assessment of Ferrari's potential is clear and confident. They've got absolutely every ingredient they need to win a world championship. It's just about putting all the pieces together. This optimism isn't unfounded. Ferrari finished second to McLaren by just 14 points last year and ended the season with an improving car. The SF25 is an evolution of that design and should suit Hamilton better than the Mercedes he struggled with in recent seasons. The SF25 is an evolution of last year's car with improvements that should better match Hamilton's driving style. The Ferrari's level of oversteer particularly suits Hamilton, who excels at controlling the rotation of the car as it transitions from slow to high speed.
I've obviously, I don't remember anything in it, apart from Bono saying,
It's hammer time.
Come on, go on.
hammer time. That's all I remember.
The next one.
I literally have 7 days to find a word to have Riccardo say,
Martello, tempo del martello.
Tempo Martello.
Dobbiamo trovare...
For over a decade, F1 fans around the world became familiar with a very special radio call between Lewis Hamilton and his Mercedes race engineer, Peter Bono Bonington. The iconic hammer time message became synonymous with Hamilton's dominance on track. But what exactly was hammer time all about? The phrase wasn't just random, it had deep meaning for Hamilton and his engineer. As Hamilton himself explained, hammer time is, say, my pit stop is lap 20 or lap 25. In that moment, usually they say, time to push. Hamilton revealed that he actually created the phrase himself out of frustration with longer radio messages. Bono would come out with these long sentences. Hi, Lewis, just to let you know that it's time to start pushing, and it's a really long bit of speech. I said, Bono, just tell me it's hammer time, and it means push like a mofo and get going. This simple phrase became a powerful signal between the pair, with Bono using it every time the team wanted Hamilton to extract maximum performance from his car, just before a pit stop. The phrase, a clever reference to MC Hammer's 1990 hit You Can't Touch This, combined with Hamilton's three-letter designation, Ham in F1, became a staple of their communication. The emotional significance of this partnership became clear after Hamilton's final race with Mercedes at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where he realized it was the last time he would hear the iconic call. Hamilton told this media after the Yas Marina race, I noticed that today. When he told me, I was like, I can't even remember the last time he told me hammer time. What a roller coaster ride I've had with Bono. He's been one of my closest friends for many years. Hamilton reflected on their long partnership with genuine emotion. It's something I didn't expect to have because he worked with Michael Schumacher. He's worked with great drivers, and for the longest time, he stood by me. For an engineer to stick by someone as frustrating and painful as it can sometimes be, he stood by me every single day without fail. This end of an era marks the beginning of Hamilton's bold new chapter. But what will replace the iconic hammer time at Ferrari? With Hamilton now donning the famous red of Ferrari, the question on everyone's lips is, what will replace the iconic hammer time radio call? During a Ferrari event, Hamilton addressed this very question. I don't remember anything apart from Bono saying, before his new teammate Charles Leclerc humorously interrupted, "Come on, go on." Hamilton continued, "Hammer time. I literally have 7 days to find the word to have Riccardo say." That's when Leclerc, fluent in Italian, suggested a three-word replacement, tempo di martello, the Italian equivalent of hammer time.
Remember, I've obviously, I don't remember anything in it apart from Bono saying, hammer time.
Oh, yeah,
That's all I remember.
The next one.
I literally have 7 days to find the word to have Riccardo say
Martello, tempo del martello.
tempo martello.
Dobbiamo trovare...
But will Hamilton adopt this Italian phrase? The 7-time world champion seems unsure. When asked about it during preseason testing in Bahrain, Hamilton admitted, "I haven't spoken to my engineer about that. I don't know how it would sound with an Italian accent, so I'll have to find an Italian word probably. We'll probably find something new." In more recent comments, Hamilton has actually ruled out using tempo di martello, suggesting it just wouldn't sound right. It seems the search for a new iconic radio call continues.